Hey, what's up guys, it's Z, and I have the latest earphones here from KZ. These are the KZ ZS10s, and they were sent out to me to review by a company named Linsoul Tech. So I'll have a link to their Amazon store for these earphones in the description below. Anyway, the ones that I have here are the black ones. They are available in two other colors, navy blue and red. So these earphones use a total of 10 sound drivers. So you have 5 drivers in each earphone. You have 4 balanced Aramture drivers and then 1 dynamic driver. So as of now, these earphones currently have the most drivers in them out of all the other KZ earphones. But as I always say, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. So what I mean by that is you can have a pair of earphones that have 1 driver that sound a lot better than a pair of earphones that have 3 drivers. Anyway, I've been testing these out for the past few days, and here are my thoughts on them. So first, straight to the point, starting with the sound. These sound pretty good. The lows and mids are nicely balanced, so they have a good amount of bass and leveled mids, but now with the highs they are slightly more pronounced, so they're on the brighter side. But unlike the ZS5s and ZS6s and the ZSRs, these ZS10s aren't piercing with the highs. And also there's no noticeable sibilance, so you won't hear any of that hissing noise that can be heard on some of the other KZ earphones. For the sound presentation, it is more laid back than it is forward. Soundstage is pretty decent, and instrument separation is very good. So overall, these are good sounding earphones. They definitely won't disappoint. But very important thing to note here though is that you'll need a good pair of ear tips, because the ones that these ZS10s ship out with are, please excuse me when I say, trash. So the ear tips that ship out with these earphones are garbage. They don't give you that important seal that you need in order to hear the sound properly, more specifically the bass. So you won't hear the bass properly if you aren't using a good sealing pair of ear tips. I'll post some links to some inexpensive higher quality ear tips in the description of this video, so definitely check that out. For the design, you have, as I mentioned earlier, a total of 5 drivers in each earphone, 4 balanced Aramture drivers all bundled up, which you can see through on these glossy plastic semi-transparent shells, and 1 dynamic driver, which you can see as well. It's that round blue thing right beside the balanced Aramture drivers, which interestingly enough, if you pay close attention, you'll notice that the balanced Aramture drivers on these ZS10s are way further back than on the ZS5s and ZS6s, which if you look on those, the drivers are right up there in the front of the nozzle. Through the shells, you'll also see a red circuit board that all the drivers are connected to, and then lastly, covering the nozzle, there's a metal grill. The earphones are quite large, so if you have smaller ears, these might be too big for you. Here's a size comparison with the ZS5s. As you can see, the ZS10s are quite large. In terms of fit, these fit me well, but I am having trouble keeping them from falling out of my ears. I guess it's just me. For some reason, my ears aren't very compatible with in-ear style earphones. And comfort-wise, these are about average. I didn't experience any irritation while using them, except for maybe when they kept falling out of my ears, but that was more me just getting annoyed. Now for the cable that these ship out with, it's definitely an improvement over the older sticky silicone cable that KZ usually ships out their earphones with. So it is a braided cable, and it uses the curved 0.75mm 2-pin connector. The cable looks and feels good. One thing though that I notice about it is it easily tingles. So a quick comparison with the ZS10s between the KZ ZSRs and the ZS5s, since you'll probably be asking me in the comments section which I think are better out of the bunch. And so my answer to that is it really depends on what you're aiming for with the sound. So the ZS5s and ZSRs are more detailed within the sound than the ZS10s, and with the soundstage on the ZS10s, it's not as open and airy as it is on the ZSRs. Also, one more thing, the bass on the ZSRs and ZS5s is slightly more pronounced than on the ZS10s. But on the upside, the ZS10s are not fatiguing to listen with, and they don't have that same obnoxious piercing sibilance that both the ZSRs and ZS5s have. So overall, these are a good sounding pair of earphones. I personally prefer them over the ZSRs and ZS5s and ZS6s for the reasons mentioned previously. So anyway, that's going to be it for my review on the ZS10s. Hopefully you found this review helpful, and if you did, please do hit that thumbs up button. It does help me out a lot. For now, thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the flip side.